Do y'all want finals or silliness first?
Let's do silliness.
Yeah, let's get that over with.
Tom's favorite.
How about Boogie Cousins talking about Tim Duncan? And I'm not a Duncan fan.
I was a rookie. He humbled me. I struggled against Timmy D early in my career, but he was notorious for when he went to contest your shot, he would pull you down with one hand and use the other to block your shot.
Ain't that cheating?
That drove me crazy. 2 for 18, and this dude done blocked me 8, 9 times. So I finally just, I muscled up. I just started
that one right there. There
you go.
So I got me a couple baskets. Now I'm like trying to gas myself.
Right.
Oh, that nigga, yeah, that young coming. Tim just looked at me like. Didn't respond, just looked at me. He was like, so in my head, I'm like, damn, what the that mean? I'm like, this dude ain't gonna even say nothing back. Man, Tim ran off 18 straight, quiet, didn't say a word. After the 18th basket, smacked me on my ass. Good game, young fella.
Don't poke the bear.
But this move right here, Terry, this is the when the big man get mad at each other and the fouling's going on and it ain't getting called, sometimes you got to put that shoulder right here.
And they're good. That's
right
it.
in his chest. Lay it up in his face and let him know. So Duncan knew what that one was. Right
One of the reasons.
That's the classic. At some point, you just got to get off me type moves.
We've made the argument that he should have been a 5, but one of the reasons I think and to your point, he wouldn't be as historically noted if he played the 5 in his entire career. I think about the finals, one of the finals where they were playing the Heat, when the Heat had built their super team, and he's trying to back down Bosch, and they are he's working post moves and they're just banging chest. And say what obviously I would take Tim Duncan over Chris Bosch, but Bosch was not giving any ground, and I'm like, if you can't move him, I mean, how you gonna be able to move it? A decently, because Bosch was huge,
right?
So how are you going to go up against some of the bigger guys?
Because just showed you he cheated. He grabbed your shorts before when you jumped.
Yeah.
So the big news this week: a lot of Lamelo ball talk, guys. Dad, I told you it would happen at some point. Is all over the internet asking for the Clippers to bring both his boys home so he can watch them on the Clippers.
Please.
It's there's on their little shows and all their stuff. I mean, if your dad's on the video saying, I'm saying you're asking for a trade, right? Yeah. Are you not? And I don't know how the Hornets organization needs to look at it, but they need to get his clown
if you're
butt
not
out of
getting
here.
If you're not getting on immediately and refuting it, yes,
correct,
yes,
like hey, that's just dad talking. Yeah. I love you, Charlotte.
My dad doesn't speak for me.
Correct.
Something like that.
No, he's not got nothing from them. From that.
No.
Also, they're reporting. Listen to this.
Reports out there's a draft prospect that passed on a workout with the Hornets because they don't want to play with Lamelo Ball, which I find interesting because that's a very specific reason to not work out with the team.
Who is it, though?
I mean, he's a kid. I'm probably not going to tell us.
Why are we talking about him then?
No.
Because, I mean, the fact that there are people out there that are saying, I don't want to play with Lamelo Ball, I find that very interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
Hasn't even gotten to the league yet.
Like, who has the let me find my word
we have
here
eyes.
while we on
That
TV.
should also not
But
get
who has
out.
the gall to be in
I like
college
it.
and say, I don't want to play with this guy? You got to worry about your future.
Right.
Okay, so
Wherever
let's
it
start
is.
there. Let's start there.
You got to worry about yours.
Do you have an issue?
You can even play.
Right.
You got to prove yourself.
You most
Who are
likely
you?
won't play early anyway, so you're not going to play with Melo Ball anyway. So it's like, why are you worried about someone else? And I get like fit in situations.
But is it not?
First of all, the number 4 overall pick better play on a team that won 15 games.
Right.
Unless it's Ace Bailey, put an address on it.
That would be amazing if it was Ace Bailey.
I do.
Address on it.
It's just crazy. I would go work out for a team when we were coming out just to get the NBA socks and the shorts. Now these dudes are ducking workouts over like fit and stuff. I just wanted the gear, bud.
I wouldn't turn down a workout for
No
nothing.
chance.
It's part of the experience. You work your whole life to go through this process, this experience. Trust
But
me.
what
man.
if you really look? It's first of all, let's
wrong
look
with
at it
these
through the eyes.
kids,
It's
man?
their
What
first
is going
job.
I think I
on?
had 25 workouts though, and I loved it. I loved the whole process of it.
I had 9.
Yeah.
So they got the 4th pick. So obviously it's not, one of the, obviously it's not Cooper Flagg. He's not dropping that far. But like, would you think about that? In this, we've been saying this forever, Tom. These guys would rather not be drafted by Charlotte and go just drafted 8th or whatever. And they all want to play for the Lakers or the Celtics or somebody else or whatever. But you can't not only have somebody not want to come to your city, now you don't want people even playing with the guys on their team. So we're just stuck in purgatory, I guess, for basketball.
And I don't dispute those guys. They make a valid point about just get your workouts in, if nothing else, just for kind of like if you got a job interview, even if you don't necessarily know if it's your first choice, go get the experience. I get, although there's a flip to that, you're afraid of getting injured in the midst of a workout. Hopefully that wouldn't happen, but yeah.
Well, Chandler said go get your socks, Tom.
Go get your swag. Go get your swag.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, it's well known that I don't think he wants to be here. He never did, and they're not going to win a championship with him in town. So if somebody wants to make a move, I'm saying, man, just go ahead.
He's got talent. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent.
No, I never denied that he didn't have talent. It's just like
get something for him.
Hey, real quick, I was wrong on the finals introductions. This has been since 2013 since they've put the starting lineups on TV.
That's weird.
And they're wondering why people don't take.
Sorry, Tom.
Don't take it more seriously.
Your thoughts on.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it's not that he does. I'll never deny that he's not. He's really a phenomenal talent. I mean, but at the same time, how many shots does he jack up a game? Is it about winning games or Instagram reel?
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. So whatever you can get for him. I mean, especially if somebody gives you something dumb like 2 number ones.
Yeah.
I mean, take it.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah. Desmond Bain just got 4 number ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yes.
I mean, if I got it, well, it depends on who you're getting the number ones from. Like if you're getting the number ones from Oklahoma City,
they're all late.
You know
they
what
are
I mean?
going to be late round first.
Or Boston.
Yeah,
or,
so I would say like if you can go from a team you think is going to be middle up, or maybe a lottery pick, and you get a couple of number ones.
I don't know where Hornets management is on it. If they're happy with their hot dog sales, or if they actually want to win
I mean,
basketball.
if it's the Clippers, what would you say? 3 number ones, right?
I'd make them give up everything. But you know how the NBA works. If it depends on which team it is. Like the Hornets, we could offer, a team 75 first round picks for Luka Doncic, and they won't take it. But we'll give you 2 first round picks from the Lakers, and they take that trade.
I know it's.
So it just depends on who's it's from.
I know it's killing them that it's Indiana and Oklahoma City, but I do love that, man. I just love it's still too small market.
So the WNBA, they've been pushing, hey, take us serious, watch our games, all this stuff, right? Game day program, okay? This is the game day program for the Seattle Storm and Los Angeles Sparks.
All right.
Take it serious, Tom. Come watch my finger roll.
So is this young lady a player?
Yes, this is not a cheerleader.
Okay.
Now, this is again, isn't on social media. This is the actual game day program you pick up at the court, not in a basketball jersey, not in a cheerleading outfit.
Kevin, sex sells. It always has.
I just went up in a lot of people's in a little picture frame.
Yeah.
But what they got framed, Terry. But what I'm saying
sure
is,
some people took that to the restroom after they picked it up.
Terry, do you have any? Now, my Uncle James was a sports collector, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been through I've got a bunch of state stuff and all this stuff. And I know you folks here Tom, you're a Crest. I haven't found one Crest program or state program or Denver Nuggets program with David Thompson in his tighty whities on the cover.
Women would probably like it. But they don't need that, Kevin. They don't need the WNBA needs this because they need to generate interest. You don't need that for the NBA
now,
like the WNBA.
That's the Sparks. Now, do you know? So Caitlin Clark's teammate Cunningham has been hitting the news for getting in a roughing it up with some ladies on the court, and since she's done that, their official Twitter feed, the Indiana Fever's official Twitter feed, has started posting some of her shots.
All right.
So again, this would be like the Hornets posting Lamelo in his boxers. I'm not complaining. She's obviously a beautiful woman. It says our bodyguard.
Well, I mean, like I say, sex is always sold, and when you need to sell your product at a higher, you're trying to increase revenue. I mean, hey, watch these sexy ladies play basketball, and if it gets more people in seats, that's why they're doing it, man. But from your point, Kevin, it's like, okay, so I'm supposed to take it serious.
Right.
It's more like sports entertainment than sports.
Correct.
And so I mean that's just kind of what it is. It's sports entertainment. But
well, don't tell me she's good at basketball and then post a picture in her underwear.
Well, I know. Let me come back full circle.
From the official account.
We see these beautiful ladies.
She can post all she wants from her account.
We see these beautiful ladies, and there's a lot of middle-aged white men that are a little bored, want to go see some hot ladies play basketball. But then combine that with gambling, guys. Combine it, you get the interest, and you can gamble on it. There you go, Kevin.
He ain't gambling.
He did
on
just make
sex.
it.
But you're gambling on the. Yeah, our chances of you having that are probably zero. But I'm just saying. I'm just
Cowboys
saying.
had a bad year.
I'm just saying
gotta sign
that once you
RCR.
generate the interest, Terry, once people start following it because they got interested in the sexy ladies, now they find out they can bet on it, or they become interested in betting on it, and there you go. That's what can save the NBA: sex and gambling, right? The things they tell you not to do in church, but it's gonna save the WNBA because
it's one of the only.
sports and entertainment.
It is also one of the only sports that your teammates and your opponents, a lot of them want to date you, so it's got to be a little confusing.
Yeah, it is a little confusing. I mean, they're trying. I get it. It's just never going to be what the NBA is, and I'm sorry. I mean, it's just the fact of life. But I do not you'd criticize them for that, but I understand completely what they're trying to do. I mean, if they can come at this and make more money by sports entertainment, why not?
I know exactly what they're doing. I think it's embarrassing that as a sports thing. Let's just say we're the WWE. That's fine.
Well, it goes back to
just say what you are. Don't you know?
Yeah. What kind of attention are you wanting to draw? And are you
perverted 50-year-old white dudes?
That's.
But the thing is, if you come to the game,
that's what it is.
If I buy a ticket, she's not going to be dressed like that. She's going to be in a basketball gear. She
might invite you to the locker room after if you're lucky, Kevin. If she spots you up in the stands and say, "Hey, look at that guy right there." You come to the locker room. We'll go out and have some Chick-fil-A. Right?
Hey, baby, like older, shorter men. She's like 6'3".
I'm looking out for 50-year-old history teachers. Yeah, let me take this guy home.
Let me tell you about the Battle of Kings Mountain.
I'll tell you about the Battle of Kings Mountain. You see, usually the people on the high ground win, but this one's a little different.
That's right.
It's where Anakin and I had the high ground.
Oh,
the bigger gun wins, JP. I'm just letting you know.
The bigger gun wins.
There
It
you
does.
go.